Hey everybody, welcome back to Pastor TK Cards, and this is Pastor Tommy with another video about my baseball card collection. Introduced myself in my last video. I hope you got a chance to watch that. But one thing I learned was, man, that was way too long. I want to keep these things short and concise. So I'm really just going to try to cover just a little bit of a topic each time I do a video. I'll probably be posting 2 or 3 times a week at the most. Today's a holiday, so I had a little extra time, so I thought I'd jump back on here. When I got back into hobby last summer, I realized after about a 10-year break, man, it was different than what it was when I left it. Just to give you a little bit of insight, I'd never owned a graded card in my life, and I found out so much was about graded. And I just had to really figure out quickly, how do I want to spend my time and energy back in this hobby? I felt that rekindling of the joy of the hobby and really was excited about that. And like I said in my previous video, a lot of that came from just watching other people share about their collections. And I settled into some of my old passions and things that I like to do. And that really centered around set building. I'm a Topps guy. I love to build the main set each year. Just opened up a bunch of 2026 Topps Series 1, collating those. You see the boxes in the background. I'm going to build every Topps set from 1973 to the present. I've got a lot of those already from my time collecting from 2005 to 2015. And so that's going to be a primary goal. I'm a huge Phillies fan, so there's going to be a lot of Phillies stuff that'll be in my collection. And as I continue to move forward, certain things that I would want to do, Phillies from the current day and then from the 1980 roster and the 2008 roster. If you're a Phillies fan, you know why. And then my favorite player is Mike Schmidt. So there's been a lot of attention that I've began to give there. But primarily, I'm going to be a set builder. I'm working on getting my sets that I've even got completed, put in binders. You can see that in the back. I'm going to work that run from 73 on, like I said. And then as time allows and budget allows, I'm going to start moving back into the 60s and hopefully even into the 50s at some point, just building those Topps base sets and just really enjoying the history of the game and of the hobby through those sets. And so what I want to do now is just show you a few cards and just explain a little bit more of some of my goals and the guardrails I have in the hobby so that I can enjoy the hobby and have a great hobby, but not let the hobby have me. So if you just give me a chance to turn this camera around, I'm going to show you a few cards and then just share a little bit more about how I am collecting now, about 7 or 8 months back into the hobby. Welcome back, guys. Listen, I just wanted to share a few cards and just kind of give you a little bit more input into where I'm really concentrating. Again, first of all, set building is going to be my primary thing. And one of the things I did last year, being 2025, is I was just working on all the sets that were ending in the year 5, so 75, 85, 95, so forth. And I had all of those except for, of course, 25 and the 1975 set. And so just a few weeks ago, I got the last card I needed for the 1975 top set. And it was this Pete Rose card. And I got a decent little copy of that in PSA 6. And that completed my 1975 set. And again, that's going to be one of my primary focuses. Right now, I'm working on the 73, the 76. I've put the 86 in the 2016 in binders. I've got the 06. I'm working on the 26. Just completing top sets. That's going to be my goal. I really enjoy that and excited to continue working on that project. This card represents another project that I've got going on in my reconnecting to the hobby. It's a 1965 Joe Morgan rookie card. And I really like this card in that I used to own this card when I was a kid. I had a guy that gave me a good, just about a 60 card collection of vintage cards. And I'll talk more about what was in that collection as I get some of those back. But I sold my entire collection back in 99 when I was heading off, 96, 99 when I was heading off to seminary. And man, I miss those cards. Those are the biggest sales that I've ever had that I regretted not keeping them. And so as I reacquire these, I'll show those off. But there's about 10 cards that I've got listed, and I'll share all those at some point. But when I get one of them back, I'll tell the story about those. But I like this Joe Morgan is one of the less expensive ones of the 10, and excited to have that copy of that card in my collection. And so this next card really just kind of hits all the areas that I'm excited about collecting again. And it's actually the most I've ever spent on a single card up to this point. For some of you guys, this is not going to be a huge purchase, but for me, it was kind of a big deal. But I was able to sell a lot of my other stuff and be able to reinvest it in this card. But it's a 1973 Topps Mike Schmidt rookie in a PSA 5. And so obviously this meets the requirements of my set building. I'm working on the 73 set. I actually have 7 card shorts, I think, right now. I have to recheck. I've got a couple coming in. I bought one last night, the Goose Gossage rookie, but I'm just a few cards short on the 73 set. But this is my favorite baseball card ever. My favorite player, my favorite team, really my favorite set from my birth year. And I'm building probably an excellent to mint or better set, excellent to mint or better set. This is probably on the low end of what the grade of my cards are in that set. And so, and then just I'm going to do the Mike Schmidt run, the Hall of Fame Phillies. Obviously, he was on the 1980 team. It just meets a lot of the places. So when I'm out shopping or I'm on eBay or I'm thinking about what cards are going to be next, they're going to meet that set building goal. They're going to meet the regaining the vintage cards that I've lost, that set of 10 cards that I didn't lose. I sold them, but that I'd like to get back. Or it's going to meet my joy of collecting my favorite team, the Phillies, or my favorite players, Mike Schmidt and Steve Carlton and other Phillies Hall of Famers. There's not a ton of Phillies Hall of Famers to have to collect. So that's kind of the way that I'm collecting now. I'd love to hear from you. And what's your passion? What's your favorite things to collect? And if our desires and passions and needs and goals intersect in any way that I can help you, I would love to do that. But for now, that's it. And I'll see you the next time.